All right, quick video tutorial on using ClearCare Go. I'm going to break this down into a few different parts. This is the app that we use to communicate with caregivers and in office for a number of things. But for caregivers, it's going to be important in keeping track of their shifts and also for them to log into their shifts, to document their shifts. I know right now we're still using paper timesheets. Ultimately, we could get rid of those, and this is one way to go about doing that. The ClearCare Go app is available for free within the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and I guess anywhere that you would get your app for your device. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. It's listed as CC Go. Go ahead and click on that. Once it opens up, you have to log in. To log in, you have to have a unique email address on file with us. So if you're working somewhere else that uses ClearCare, you're going to need to have a separate email address just because it'll get the two businesses confused. So right here, I'm using my wife's profile, Mary1125@gmail. As far as passwords, I have created a unique password. It's password. Now, if you need to see what is down below, you just hit return. There's nothing though. I select remember me so that it defaults to the same email address and I don't have to enter it every time, and I'm going to select login. Once you're logged in, it's important to know that for this to work, you have to have internet access from your phone. So if you're somewhere that has either a poor signal or you have internet access shut off or whatever, you're not going to be able to use it. You could still clock in using the phone number method, which hopefully you're aware of. It's written on the paper timesheets. You just call a phone number and clock in that way. So on the shift screen, it shows shifts that you've already accepted. I've created a few shifts just to sort of demonstrate how this works. So it shows that today at Thrive, there's a shift that's scheduled from 10:30 to 6:30. Now, as you can see at the top of my screen, it's already 10:38. I created this shift to show you how to clock in. It also shows an upcoming shift at Thrive for Friday the 15th from 9 to 9. As you can see, it also can provide directions for you right from the app. You just click on Get Directions. It provides information on the shift, so you can just click on the schedule. Tasks are basically what is on your invoice timesheet to document the care that's provided. We are currently using those in limited applications, but eventually you can check off everything that you would on your timesheet through the app. As you can see at the bottom, you can clock in as well. You can click Care Plan in the top right to see information about the client. For this one, basically, we just put that it's staffing, typically with private patients. So there's limited information. If you don't have information on a client, you can always call the office though. So clocking in right here. Today is the 12th, Tuesday. I know you may not be watching this on the 12th, but we're going to pretend that it is, and it is 10:39. So I'm saying I'm running a little bit late, just got there. I'm going to click on that schedule. It's going to give me the option to clock in. Now, distance to client. Please be aware, right now we have this turned off. Eventually, we're going to make it so that you can't clock in unless you are within a certain distance from the client, because some folks may choose to abuse this. So you have to have location services turned on your phone. I'm going to select clock in. And we're in COVID right now. If you or your client is experiencing any fever, cough, or flu-like symptoms, please contact the office immediately. Please also be careful by washing your hands. So right here, have you or a member of a household been experiencing any symptoms? No, I'm going to select. Have you or your household been out of the country? I'm going to select no. Have you or your household been in close contact with anybody who has been tested or tested positive for COVID? I'm going to select no. This is a COVID screening tool. Have you or your household ever been in contact for someone who is overseas? I'm also going to select no. So I'm going to select submit and clock in. That's a tool to protect our clients and try to help limit the spread of COVID. So right now, I'm clocked in. If you need to leave any comments for us, you can do that through this screen. As you see in the bottom, you can add mileage. We'll say that we went 25 miles. That's not to and from work. Say Thrive said, hey, you need to run to Publix and pick this up. So I'm going to put Publix. Submit. You get reimbursed for the mileage as agreed by your client. Adding a comment. I can leave a comment. You don't need to leave a comment unless it's absolutely necessary, but you could leave a comment that Thrive needs someone Thursday. I'll take it. I would recommend that you call the office. This is really for things, I don't know, that you observed with a client that you want recorded, and it will be recorded in their chart that's available to review by the state. So as you see, it has your comment, it's documented your mileage. If there's a photo that you need to upload, you can go ahead and do that. Say, I don't know, the client had, I don't know, something that you needed to photo. So I've been there, and let's say that I've been there for the full shift and I'm ready to clock out, or whenever you need to leave, clock out, just like you would put the time that you were done. I'm going to select clock out. Down at the bottom, it's going through the tasks. Now, if there were tasks assigned, it would ask you if you've completed those, but we don't have tasks entered for this client. I'm going to select next at the bottom of the screen. It goes to mileage. It lets me know that I've already entered 25 miles. Was there anything else you did? No, there wasn't, so I'm going to select next. Any additional comments? How did your shift go? Is there anything that you need to let us know? Remember, call the office with concerns about the patient. We do not want you to put any information because you're not responsible for assessing wounds, medications, things of that nature. Select next. These are for, really, you shouldn't be entering much at all in there. Does the client seem any different than usual? Has there been a change in mobility, a change in eating or drinking, or toileting or skin condition? You can either select no or yes. Once again, I'm going to select no, but always call the office with concerns or questions such as these. Next, this is a summary of everything you've entered. You don't have any tasks entered, so you don't have to check any off. Here's your mileage, 25. General comments, there's no change in conditions. You're all done, so you're going to select next, and I'm going to select confirm. You're not clocked out until you see this screen. You helped Care for Thrive for 4 whole minutes. Now, if you actually stayed for the full time and weren't doing this as a demonstration as I am, it'll tell you how many hours you've recorded there. And then you can go ahead and go back into your schedule and review it this way as well. I hope this helps.